What's up, world? My name is Sarah and welcome back to another episode of whatever it is that we're doing here. Revamp some of your cozy fall outfits and add a little oomph to them. Garbage, and I don't like that, so as soon as you put it on, right? A picture, or you could use text or whatever. Easy thrift flips was kind of hard to choose from, so I bought both of them to kind of place them how you want to without looking too raunchy.
Hello.
That being said, not a leather vest, because that's probably something I wouldn't wear where it falls on your body. So designs that you can, let me grab this, with a bunch of things. What I want to do are just waiting to be onto our jacket sleeve. Play around with them. That should be my name. We're gonna do the hoodie, show you two options that I thrifted, but somehow I feel the thrift stores are full of, or reuse it, to be careful, to be safe. L is for the way you look at me. Middle part of the letter O, but today we are going to be creative and inspired by some easy thrift flips that I'm gonna show you right now. Now, these are easy. You can do these with clothes you already have, or you can thrift a bunch of things like I did. And maybe this will inspire you to revamp some of your cozy fall outfits and add a little oomph to them. Now, I thrifted a black hoodie. This is a crop black hoodie. You might have a black hoodie in your closet already that you kind of want to add a little something to it. And in my case, I am going to show you two options that I thrifted. We're only gonna do one of them, but I wanted to show you what you can do with a bunch of things that maybe you haven't even considered. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a print, a picture, or you could use text or whatever, to our hoodie. Now, it doesn't have to be a black hoodie. It could be any color you want. I just happened to find this very comfortable and relaxed black hoodie and fell in love with two designs that was kind of hard to choose from, so I bought both of them. The first one is, when I washed the clothes, I think a tissue was in the washer, and some of the tissue is now on my washed, thrifted items. Okay, back to the project. This is in itself a fine shirt, but I'm not really into the skull and the roses. Now, if you were, you could use them, absolutely. But I think the original outlaw text is somehow fun and kind of me, even though I'm not an outlaw. I thought it would be fun to cut the text out. And what we're gonna do is we're going to zigzag sew them on to our black hoodie. Now, the way you want to do it is you want to cut a little bit around the image or the text, leave a little room, and then pin them, try it on carefully, and kind of place them how you want to have it on the shirt. It could be in the back, on the arm, anywhere you want on the shirt. But the zigzag is going to help seal the logo on. So it's going to give a rough kind of edge without looking too raunchy, and black is obviously going to hide very nicely. But let's say you have a white shirt with a floral print, a red thread might look really good on the zigzag to add a little pop of color to the design. So you can kind of play around with the thread. Now, I wanted to show black because it's, first of all, something that I would actually wear, and then it's an easy way to start playing around with this project. And when you get comfortable, you can kind of branch off into different designs, different colors. Now, that being said, before I show you my second project and before we actually get into doing these projects, I wanted to show you another shirt that I thrifted that had a cute design, a text on it that also, it was really close and hard to choose from these two what to do today, but I did decide on the more raunchy look, but this was too cute not to get. Now, this is obviously a kid's shirt. It says Dreamer, upright and upside down. This won't go unused. I think this might look really cute on a denim jacket or like a biker style jacket or kind of one of those, well, not a leather vest, because that's probably something I wouldn't wear. But I wanted to show that when you go thrifting, keep an eye on like children's designs where you could easily transfer it to one of your items. Like this could go on a hoodie for me, for sure. Or like I said, the denim jacket. And for some reason, the kids section always has like cute and fun and weird kind of designs that you can add to your clothing with this simple technique. Okay, now I'm just rambling. Now, before we cut and sew, I do want to show you another project that we're doing. So we're doing two projects. And the second one is, let me grab this. Again, thrifted items. This is a shacket. It's a light kind of beige with a bit of a gray undertone, very relaxed. This is a size medium, so I can actually layer some hoodies under this, and it's a fall essential. To me, layering clothes is the best way to look stylish. And you know how, well, these are in style right now, but this can also look kind of dull on its own. And that's where this next thingamajig is going to come in and add just a tiny little bit of spice to this otherwise kind of plain, still stunning shacket. Now, what I want to do is I thrifted this for a couple of euros. This color is definitely not my color. It's also a size that's way too big and it has some staining on it. So what we're gonna do is we're going to cut these letters that say love, that are bling love. We're gonna cut them out very carefully because these I think have been glued on. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is cut individually all of the letters out and sew them by hand onto our shacket. Now, should it be on the back or maybe on the pocket in the front? You could even do it on the sleeve. So I think what I'm gonna do is cut them out and then kind of play around with them, maybe pin them, try the jacket on to see where I like it the most, and sew them by hand. So we're gonna do the hoodie. That's gonna be the zigzag with the sewing machine. And this is going to be hand sewn onto the shacket. Now, this is a big sweater, but like I said, it has a few stains. It's not in the best condition, but somehow I feel sad to throw this all out. So if you could leave a comment on what I could maybe reuse the rest of the fabric, that would really help me out because I don't want to throw it out because it's garbage and I don't like that. So help your girl out and let me know if you have any ideas that I could make something cute or reuse it. Okay, let's start this project. So in all simplicity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around the words and the prints that I want to add to my hoodie. I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch or so around it, and then I'm going to place the pieces onto the hoodie with pins, try it on, wiggle it around to see where the placing is best for me, and then I'm going to sew right on top of the cutted edge and the hoodie, so the zigzag will be part of the design. Let's get cutting. All right, I have my 2 text pattern logos that I want to add to the hoodie. Now, like I said, I'm going to pin them to the hoodie and then very carefully try the hoodie on to kind of see where it's at, because if you just add it and then sew, it might not tell you the true placing of where it falls on your body. So, and if you don't want to use regular pins, you can use safety pins to be careful, to be safe. But all right, let's pin these. Oh, I want to be careful that it's just the one. So now, if you want the edges to kind of curl up and have like a bit of a fringy look, and you can do a straight stitching on the pattern. But because I don't want it to roll up, I want it to stay flat. That's why I'm going to use the zigzag. Now, the zigzag is going to be right on top of the seam, so it hits both the pattern and the hoodie simultaneously, and that's going to lay the pattern down flat on the surface. Now we sew. Easy does it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, before I try these on, I'm going to do our second project. So for our next project, I'm going to first cut the whole text out and then individually cut them with, I might have to get a smaller pair of scissors to attack the middle part of the letter O, but let's cut this out. Again, you want to take your time, and for this project, I want to go as close as I can without damaging the bling. Going pretty good. I'm so focused that I'm probably biting my lip and moving my tongue in and out. Why do people do that when they concentrate? I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Do we like it there? It's snug. So I think I want to pin them to the jacket again and then kind of look at it in the mirror and determine where I want it. So let's add it to the pocket first. I'm gonna pin it on the wrong side. I think that's how I'm gonna have to sew it as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add it here. Let's see that this, oh, there you go, see? Maybe I should do it on the lip here. So it looks like I have to, instead of going up and through the design, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew it by catching some of the fabric on the back side of the, kind of like how I'm pinning it. So I'm putting it through, grabbing the fabric on the back side of the letter and pinning it. That's how I'm gonna sew it on, because pushing the needle through the glue seems like impossible. And this seems to work pretty good. So let me just put this on. What do you think? I like how subtle it is, and even though it's not a huge flip, it's still a unique flip. I think it's pretty good. What do you think? Should we try it somewhere else? Where would you like to see it on the design?
I like that.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that the place it's gonna be?
Letters
It could be.
If the letters were bigger, you could do one L-O-V.
Yeah, if the letters were bigger, you could go across. We could put it above the pocket. Should we see what it looks like above the pocket? Even though it does look kind of cute here, I think we're gonna go with the pocket. All right, I'm going to pin it in place and then sew them individually from this side of the pocket, catching only the fabric side. If it does go through, it's not the end of the world and it might stay on a little better, but here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start with the letter E and the letter L, put them on the far ends, and then match the O and V in the middle so they are somewhat symmetrical. I think I'm going to lift them up a little. All right, I think I got it. Looks pretty good. Now let's sew it on. All right, let's try these bad boys on. Now, you could use maybe an old printed t-shirt that you love but you don't wear. You could transfer it onto a new shirt, hoodie, a jacket, and the thrift stores are full of all kinds of unique pieces that are just waiting to be rediscovered, reloved, revamped. And I think these turned out perfect. They are right down my alley, very fall friendly. I hope you enjoyed this fun project. This is quite easy and almost kid friendly. So I hope you get a chance to try these projects out. Leave a comment on what I should do with the leftover fabric. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Hit that like button, it always helps me out. And remember to subscribe to the channel so you can find your way back for next week's video. Take care now. All morning they didn't. As soon as you put it on, right? But that should be my name.
Hello. Could you repeat that to the camera? Ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching LAX.
L is for the way you look at me.
O is for... Oh, wow.